Yo, what is good, everybody? Welcome back to another Kalitri video. And if y'all got time, let's grab a coffee, and I'm here to tell y'all another story. As always, howdy, if this is your first video, welcome to my channel. I hope you'll enjoy, but if this is not, welcome back. Now, we've already established that I'm the CEO of Dream Chasing, but I think it's time to really define what that means. And as all good leaders do of a movement, it's up to me to flesh out the values and ideas of what I'm actually trying to convey to y'all. First off, hello. My name is Kalitri, and I am a dreamer. I have searched deep to find my mission and purpose, and I have developed my dream, and I've started the process of turning those dreams into a reality. And of course, I'm here to help all of you guys. So, what is dream chasing? Well, for one, it is both an action and an identity. It refers to the relentless pursuit of something you've dreamed or otherwise envisioned in your mind, and it means working relentlessly to achieve it. You see, around here, we prescribe to the theory that anything in your mind is a secret ambition. And all that really means is that if you can see it in your mind, that means it's a goal for it to be actualized in the real world. But to be a dream chaser, that first means you must be a dreamer. That means you have to be someone who sees it in their mind and doesn't doubt the pursuit. And a key part of that is to never settle. Take this poem for inspiration. One day, we woke up and our inner child died, and all of our hopes and dreams went with it. All of the things we wanted to try got replaced with bills, obligations, and cloudy skies. But fear not, young dreamer. Inside of you, they still exist. You just have to do the digging. Search deep inside to find what's hidden and resurrect that which you thought was lost forever. Be warned. When all of these ambitions and dreams come flooding back, the only rule is that you can never go back. Back to being the same person you once were, because now that you chase a higher purpose, that is what you must serve. And no one is saying this will be easy. As a matter of fact, there will be times you feel hurt, hopeless, and queasy. But when you feel like giving up, turn around and look to see not only what you have left behind, but along the way, all that you've found. And take some pride in the fact that even if you never found what you were looking for, when you turn back around, you'll see there was always so much more. Let me tell you a little bit about my story. I've always been a dreamer ever since I was a little kid. I loved when I used to have dreams. Most of the dreams I had when I was younger were actually visions. I remember dreaming about something and then it would come to fruition or actualize itself in the real world pretty soon. And to this day, if I get a really vivid good dream or a bad dream, I try to dissect what that could mean because, again, around here, we believe that our mind's eye and our subconscious are the ways to guide us to that of which we believe. But then my dreams started coming to me during the daytime. Aspirations of things I knew I would want, but especially the things I knew I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I settled for. As typical with dreamers from a young age, I had a problem with authority. I didn't like people telling me what to do, and I also didn't like people being in charge of me when it felt like they didn't really know what they were doing. I never mind being informed, I just didn't like having a boss. So even at the age of 16, I knew one day I would make sure I would never have a boss again. I made up my mind that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. Now, I'm not saying that all of you have to be entrepreneurs. The point of this is you need to search deep inside your mind and find what your dream is and figure out what it means to you and work hard. The reason I say that is because you cannot quit. Winners never quit and quitters never win. You have to wake up every day knowing, not only in your mind the fact that it's your dream, but in your faith and belief that you can achieve what you set your mind to do, and that is where dreams are made. Remember, only you can define what your dream is, but that also means it's up to you to actualize it. So, what are your dreams? I'll have an in-depth guide on how to find those deepest purpose coming up soon, but for the sake of this video, let's keep it simple. If money was no issue, what would you do? Who would you help? Who would you serve? What would get you out of the bed in the morning if you knew you didn't have to work to survive? For me, I've always loved talking to people, and I loved genuinely being interested in people and figuring out who they are, what makes them tick, all of those types of things. So of course, naturally, it makes sense for me to pursue something like content because that'll allow me to build an audience and it'll allow me to meet these people. And I hope one day we can all have like a big live stream, a meetup, because I genuinely do want to meet people. I've always loved meeting and talking to people. But even then, you see, that's a dream. Right now, I have minuscule subscribers, and most of you probably might not even ever see this video by the time I will have a greater audience. But the point is, I see it in my future and I'm willing to chase it until it actualizes itself. Take a moment to pause the video and really think about what your dreams are. I'll give you some prompts and I'll throw them up on the screen. For example, what did you like doing when you were young? What is the one thing you could do for hours and hours? What do you like to do and could see yourself making into something bigger? Now again, it won't be easy, and I don't expect you to have your dream already ready after that 30-second pause, if you even took it. But I do want you to question, as you go through your life, why you're doing what you're doing. How does it make you feel? Especially if you feel like you should be doing something else, try and think about why you feel like you should be doing something else. Sometimes it might be from a lack of fulfillment, it might just be because you're bored, but take it one step further after you think about why you don't want to be doing what you're doing. Think about what you'd rather be doing, and between those 2 points, we can start to bridge the gap. Remember, we're high-level thinkers here, so when you get dreams and aspirations, this is your future self communicating back to you to tell you that you can do this, we can make it. And while I know this high level, whatever spiritual dreams, all this other stuff, future self, it may sound like hippy dippy mumbo jumbo, but I'd like to remind y'all of something. When you were a kid, you didn't have dreams of waking up and working every day for the rest of your life. So now's the time to dig out those grade school drawings, think about those little journals and those little writing prompts where it was like, what do you want to be when you grow up? Look back at them, reevaluate them, and make it to something you can make now. So now that you've been stirring around in your mind and hopefully developed some dreams, or at least uncovered some seeds that you didn't know were actually dreams, let me give you some tools to both nurture and weed out the weed. You'll need a relentless attitude to chase your dreams. You can't be set back by temporary defeats. That's why I believe you genuinely need to believe not only in your dream, but in yourself, so that you know for a fact you will achieve this dream. But coupled with the relentless attitude to never quit, you have to be unshakable. Again, there are going to be plenty of obstacles. Let's be honest. If chasing your dreams was easy, everyone would be doing it. But it's the fact that we admire those people who did chase their dreams, because we can't even begin to fathom what they had to go through to get to where they are. So with those 2 tools of an unrelentless attitude and also being unwavering as temporary defeats, you now have everything you need to truly culture your dreams day by day. So finally, let's bring it back to reality. Why haven't you been chasing your dreams? Now, there's a multitude of reasons, but let's focus on the important one. Your life probably sucks. And now I'm not saying that to be mean or tell you that what you've made for yourself isn't good, but let's be honest. The first step is to realize that everything you have is because of what you've earned, and it's because of what you've chosen. All of your choices in life have led you to this moment right here. So, first things first, if you want to change your life, you got to change your choices. It's easier said than done, but I think the biggest and easiest way to do this is that before you make decisions, big or small, the number one thing you should be asking yourself is, how does this help me get to my dream life? Or does it at all? And if it says no, you should probably reconsider your decisions. If you see yourself going down a dead end or not chasing towards your dreams life, of course that'll lead you away from the dead ends that already exist around us. Again, the choices you have made throughout your entire life have led you to the life you're living right now. You have to understand that, meaning, so in order to chase your dreams and truly become the person you want to become, you have to make the choices that are fulfilling and lead you to the life you want to live. In order to be a dreamer, you have to want to build your life, and that means you can't be settled or satisfied with the life you're living right now. Now, I'm not saying that you can't be happy. I want everyone watching this to lead and live happy, fulfilling lives. If you're feeling empty, you could still be happy, it just means you won't be fulfilled. Because if I had to take a wild guess, most of you probably aren't doing what you love, and you're probably nowhere near close to it. But, again, if you wake up one day, define your dream, and set out the plans and actions and motions to really chase it, you will achieve it. I hope, for all of you future dreamers and for those of you who are really stewing over what I'm saying, I hope there is a gnawing feeling that you're not ignoring. I hope there's a feeling that you're really thinking about and you're wondering, is this really my life? Is this all I can do? Is this what I woke up and decided to do when I was younger? No, I hope not. And if it is, congratulations, bro. Look, I don't know how you found this channel. I need to drill in the fact that all of you need to especially realize that the biggest reason you haven't achieved what you wanted to achieve is you. Think about that the next time you find something unsatisfactory with your life. If the number one thing stopping you from change is you need to change. So let's wrap it all up and talk about what we learned. First, we talked briefly about dream chasing and defined it as both an action but also a part of your identity. It really is something you can't go back to. Once a dreamer, always a dreamer. And sometimes it's all about making the shift from dreamer to dream chaser. We can all sit here and dream and fantasize about our lives, but the difference between being a dreamer and being a dream chaser is making a plan, following that plan, and using inspired action. And if you're not a natural dreamer right now, if you can't recognize the seeds and the visions of what you want, again, it will take some time. So take some time to really think about what it is you want out of life and write it down and think about it every day. Think about all the things you can do to get there. That's step number one. We also talked about why it's important that you need to identify and follow your dreams. One, because it should give you some sort of security knowing that no matter what, in the end, we're all on this journey together and you pick this life. Thus, you have the power to change it, whether it be for good or for bad. And finally, I'm gonna give y'all a kick in the butt and leave y'all with some wisdom. Life is not an autopilot game. It is for some, but those are the ones who get regular auto-generated rewards. For it is we who want things we've never had, we must do things we've never done. And together, both me and you and our soon-to-be tribe and community, we will achieve our dreams. That's all for me today. I hope y'all enjoyed. If that was a lot to chew on, good. If you need something ruminating around in your mind, something to disrupt you from the auto patterns of scrolling and living, and hopefully I broke a couple of y'all out of autopilot. I say what you are, what you eat, so digest something good. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.